right, shalom, shalom. And first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to your Akim that's out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right, so really quick, this will be another addition to the Panic Season series, and I guess we can call it the perplexity of catastrophic events. As we know, we're at the end of an age. We're at the end of the world as we know it. Okay? This world, when I speak on the end of the world, I'm talking about the powers that be, the ruling class. All right? And as we're entering into a new age, okay, there's a lot of events that's going to take place, which we have been seeing already. And for the last few decades, man, there's been, frequent astronomical events. And what I mean by that, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, blue moons, all right, so on and so forth, all right. And, through this year, there's a lot of rare events that's been happening, as well as other years, and I believe this is happening right now as no, it happened last week, and all these events are signs, okay? I guess the gist of this lesson is that these signs are going to be taken away, okay? And then the catastrophic events that we've been talking about are going to commence, all right, at an alarming rate, okay? All right. So, the gist of this lesson, like I said, man, was to, basically, they say that, you've been warned. We consistently warned. All right. And pretty much we left no stone unturned, especially when it comes to this age and what's going down, and what people need to know. Okay. And what people need to do. You Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, what you need to do to get ready and prepare for these events. All right. And so I'm going to start with Genesis 1 and 14, just a basic understanding of what these things mean. All right. Genesis 1 and 14. It says, and God said, and the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. All right. So signs, seasons, days, and years. All right. And so that's how people measure what's going on in the universe with these signs, these very signs that the Most High Yahweh gave. All right. To the angels, which a gift to mankind. All right. The point here is that they're all for signs. All right. And soon enough, these signs will be taken away. All right. Then these catastrophic events which we've been naming, all right, will overtake the world. All right. They're going to overtake the world. And now it's all type of things happening. Salaki. Every day you see another celebrity going down, dying. All right. Also, you see, as far as the pandemic is concerned, or plandemic, however you want to refer to it, things have become more dire and are going to become more dire. And of course, the only escape is the truth. All right. You get a lot of people doing astronomy and all into the zodiac signs, and they know catastrophic events is going to happen, but they don't understand why. All right. We're in a transferring of rulerships. All right. From the so-called white man to our rulership. All right. Okay. All right. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. And so Esau is the end of the world. The so-called white man, as we see. He is the end of the world. That's why all these events are taking place. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Who is Jacob? The 12 tribes, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And so the so-called white man represents the end of the world. And what we're seeing happening, all right, is he's mobilizing to keep, all right, his enterprise going, his world going, all right, his empire, his rulership. But the Lord is taking him out. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, and that's why this is pandemic is happening, or it's being considered a pandemic to stop the society, revamp the society, revamp the financial structure of the society, revamp how people intermingle within the society. Okay, that's why everything is getting shut down. People are getting forced vaccinated. You know, because what? He knoweth that he have a short time. Why? How does he know? Because of signs, the signs of the times. All right. Okay. And eventually this will lead to the forcing of the RFID chip. All right. Martial law, troops in the street, so on and so forth. Okay. But you people will warn soon enough, these signs will be taken away, which is, pretty much the gist of this lesson. And don't want to hold you Akim, but let's see. Oops. Okay. So let's go into just a few more precepts. All right. Start at Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now that I created in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right? Because you're supposed to be, divergent towards the system, towards the ways of this world, towards the norms of this world. And you're supposed to adopt and accept and reverence the Lord's ways, his commandments. Okay? While the evil days come not. All right? While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened. All right? And as we can see, they're still shining, right? They're still giving off signs. They're still doing their ordinance. All right? Nor the clouds return after the rain. All right? It says, verse 3, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. All right, and that's your leaders. All right, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right, because this place, the future of America, the future of the world is over with. There ain't no future. There's a whole new age coming. All right. And it's going to come through great perplexity of catastrophic events, man. All right. Massive amounts of people dying due to famine, due to pestilence, due to war. All these things, we're being told, we're being warned through these different signs. But these signs are about to be taken away. Then it's going to be too late, because not only are these signs going to be taken away, because you got these regular astronomers, these people that stargaze and that deal with tarot cards, that deal with all this energy. Their light is about to be taken away. Their hope is about to be taken away. And most of these people hope, it really lies in money. All right. And the Lord is using this devil to shut down everything. All right. Okay. So, and Lord willing, I'm making sense. This is pretty much off the cuff, but, hopefully get the point. All right. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, verse 4. That's the opportunities, man. All right. When the sound of grinding is low, those are the jobs. All right. The grinding is going to be low. There ain't going to be no jobs, man. We've been saying this shit for years, man. Starting with the apostles and elders for 35 years, all the way down, man. For the last almost 40 fucking years, man. All right. And now we're at the end, the end of this thing, man. These are the beginning of sorrows. So you're not going to have anybody to run to. All right. We're going to find out whether or not these people been lying. We're going to prove the Lord whether he, which we know already that his word is faithful and true as it says. But we're going to see what people really stand on, or whether or not what they stand on is true or not. And that's the times we're headed into. Okay? Because the elect, when these days of evil come, that's when the elect is going to be known who they are. May it be via persecution, may it be via spiritual powers. We will know. Okay? All right? And it says also, Salaki, it says, and he shall rise up with the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right? That's your entertainment. All of that's going to be brought low. The spirit of this place is going to be put low. There ain't going to be no signs for these people. There ain't going to be no more warning. It's just going to be all fair play when it comes to judgment. All right? And the Lord is bringing scourges for amendment. All right? As the scriptures say. So he's bringing punishments for correction upon the earth, man. It says also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden. You see, the grasshopper shall be a burden. You see? And now we're seeing locusts take over certain cities. All right? It says, and desire shall fail. You see? Because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. And that's what's about to happen, man. A whole lot of protesting. A whole lot of pushing back on the government because the government shut down and the government taking away people's livelihoods. This was all set up for this time. All right? This was all set up for this time, man. You got Jake worrying about getting the stimulus check. All right? You got people, minds completely in the wrong place and have no clue what's about to take place, man. If you don't have the spirit of the Lord, I don't care how many times you've been fasting, and if you don't have the name of the Lord, the spirit of the Lord on you, protecting you, all right, you're not going to be safe. Okay? All right? And that's what we're going to see, man. All right, so let's go back. All right. So this is Isaiah 13:9. It says, behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. So these people, and really, literally, the stars in heaven, in the heavens, man. Not only is, it's a declaration of time, signs. It's a map. It's a map for some, All right. It's a map. Okay. All right. And you got China, man. I think it was the other day, man. They said they were going to use the weather modification and to blot out the sky, man, to put clouds over the skies, man. Why you think that? Why you think that is, man? Yeah, man. It's about to go down in a major way, man. It says, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. All right, those that transgress his laws. All right, it says, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. You see? And these are all signs. Okay? And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Oh, man, you women are out of there, man. All right? Starting with you women. Starting with Esau, you women, to you nigga, you plain old niggas, man. All right? It says, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. All right? The arrogancy, which haughtiness is pride and arrogant, being arrogant. So it's the same thing. All right? And the terrible is who? Esau, man. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir. So, like I said, man, in these days, the elect are going to be known who they are, but they're going to be more precious than fine gold. And riches are not going to profit in those days. Okay? Riches profit not in the days of wrath, man. The scriptures tell you that, man. Let's see if I can remember it really quick. There we go. Proverbs 11:4 says, riches profit not in the day of wrath. What are we about to see? What are we about to see with great perplexity? The wrath of the Heavenly Father upon these people, man. It says, but righteousness delivereth from death. You see, righteousness, upholding and reverencing the law to the best of your ability. All right. And if you have known this and stepped away from this, whew, scriptures say your fear shall come upon you. All right. It's going to get bad out here, man. It's already bad out here, man. You know, you got people not being able to pay their bills. You're going to see millions of people lose their homes, being evicted. And the so-called government, they ain't doing nothing about it. All right. You got unemployment. They had to extend that. But you got hyperinflation coming to America, man. We're talking about this is going to be on a grand scale. And I understand why it says, you know, I'm going to just get it. Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time, Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. That's the Israelites. Because we're going to need help in these times. You better damn well believe it. And there shall be a time of trouble, such your trouble, you niggas trouble, man. All right. Right along with the rest of the world. But you're going to get it first, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because of your arrogancy, because of your pride, because of your haughtiness. You're going to be reached out and touched first. All right. And the Lord is fed up with your shit, man. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. The elect, that's who's going to be made more precious than fine gold. Everyone that should be found written in the book. Okay. Which is the book of life, the book of salvation. Those who were written to escape the evils. All right. So we know the sun and the moon, all these things are going to be darkened. Joel tells you they're going to be darkened before the World War III, man. All right. Let's go into it really quick. It says, Joel 2:10, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, which are the angels, for his camp is very great. All right, for he is strong that executed his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? All right, and we already know who is, because the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth in and are safe. And those that call upon the name of the Lord, those are the ones that, in the Lord, as said, he knoweth those that trust in him. All right, that believe in him. Okay, so the Lord is looking for those who have faith. Okay, he knows those who have faith. All right. It says, Salaki. It says, therefore also, great and very terrible, who can abide? Right. So nobody's going to be able to withstand what's going on, man. You got Jake with these proud, arrogant ass notions that they're just going to make it. You know, they're going to save enough money. They're going to prep. They're going to, they're going to get their spirit right, and the whole time they're missing pretty much the most simplest thing is just, fearing the Lord, man, because that's who's going to bring this destruction. Not the so-called white man. He's using the white man as a tool. All right. So he can take his ass out of the way. All right. So Salaki, let's keep going. Joel 3:15 says practically the same thing because it's talking about the valley of Jehoshaphat. But let's go ahead and get Matthew 24:29. Immediately after the tribulations of those days shall the sun be darkened. Immediately it says. So we're in great sorrow. I mean, we're in the beginning of sorrows right now. All right. You already got, the people, pretty much rising up. You got nation against nation, people against people, or kingdom against kingdom, Salaki. All right. But Salaki says immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened and the moon shall not give her light. And the stars shall fall from heaven. And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. All right. And it's talking about the rulership. That's the powers of the heaven, which is Esau's rulership, his Western civilization. All right. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. All right. And that's going to the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds, the chariots of Israel, of heaven with power and great glory. All right. And that's what all this is set up for, man. His grand entrance. If I'm saying it right, it's slipping with my tongue, but yeah. All right. It says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. All right. And that's what's set up to come, man. All right. But with all these things happening, man, there's going to be great mournings, great, turmoil, man, tribulation for these people, man. All right. Here we go. Well, yeah, Isaiah 24:4 says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people, the arrogant, meaning the arrogant, proud people of the earth do languish. And how they arrogant, how they proud? Because they boast against the Lord. They do things and think there's no repercussion. They do things opposite of the Lord's commandments and they think there's no repercussion. Verse 5, and this is basically says it. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So people that's inhabiting the earth is defiling it. Starting with Esau, the so-called white man, because he runs the earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's Job 9:24. Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. All right. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. All right. And that's what's going to happen, man. All right. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. All right. So there's going to be a complete change in spirit in this world. It's going to be sorrow on all sides, man. It says mirth of tabrets, meaning joy of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice ended. The joy of the harp ceaseth. Your entertainment is going to leave, man. The Lord is taking it. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. That's Babylon, Babal, which means confusion. Esau, Esau is the daughter of Babylon. All right. Every house is shut up. Come on, man. Every house is shut up. We're talking about a pandemic here. That's why the scriptures say his word is faithful and true, man. Let every man be a liar, man. Okay. These people out here lying. All right. It's this word that's really showing us exactly what's going on, man. It says that no man may come in. There's crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. All right. The cities. Right. So this is going to be happening on a very, very catastrophic level, man. And I guess it's just a warning, an admonishment. But at the same time, we're going to be saved out of it. All right? We're going to be saved out of it. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. Just wanted to, point this out, man. There's been events happening, astronomical events happening. I'm talking about signs galore. Signs telling you, all right, what was going to take place, man. Rare signs, all right? And these were all signs warning you of the coming of the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Bashem Shai, or Yahweh Shai, man, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, all right? This is his time, all right? We at the end of an age, man, and this place is going out with a bang. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.